Hey guys, this is Ty Barrett. I am a stock dog trialer trainer. I've been around dogs my entire life, and wanted to share some of the wisdom that me and my family have for you guys. I'm the founder of BarrettMountainBC.com, and me and my brother and my dad, we all work these dogs. I want to give you guys some insight to what that has. Recently, I had someone who I trained their dog for mentioned how there's not a lot of information out here for people who are just getting into the sport to kind of learn what it's about, and so this is my opportunity to give some inside information to you guys so you can learn and grow and get better at this and hopefully get involved with these working dogs. They're pretty great. And with me here is Car. Car, yeah, this is Car. She's my 5-year-old dog. She's a two-time national qualifier. I'm going to start off with just what we call the outrun, which is the first part of everything we do and kind of the basis of everything we do with these dogs. They're born to want to herd the stock. This time we have sheep, and so we want to just get them. They want to get around the sheep, the other side of it. They're here, sheep here, handler here, and so we're just gonna work on right here. I'm gonna send her around. She's gonna get behind the sheep, and then bring them to me, and then she'll lie herself down and find what we call balance. So, Car, lie down, come by. She's taking off. She wants to stay out of what we call the flight zone. There's this imaginary bubble around the sheep, and if you come into that, they're gonna take off running. So we want to stay just outside of that, so we can get them in the direction that we want. Here they come on a line. You can see her slowing down as they get closer to me. And she's finding them. She's stopped. They're about to stop. And that's our outrun right there. So last clip, we talked about the outrun. And when I send the dog, they go around the sheep and bring them to me. This time, we're going to talk about the drive away, which is where we start with the sheep next to us and then we drive them to that faraway point. Because sometimes you're going to have to be able to do both of those things. The dogs naturally want to bring them to you. That's how we train the dogs, how we work on the whole basics of it all. And so this part, this drive, is something we have to really mechanically put into the dogs. They have to learn their commands, which are come by, which is the word I say to the dog, the command I give to have them go clockwise around the sheep. And away is the command that I give the dog to go counterclockwise around the sheep. The reason we don't just use right and left is because the dog is going to be full flip from me. It's going to be a total other side of the sheep, and right and left for me and the dog aren't really the same at that point. So we're going to work on clocks because it stays the same no matter where I go, because I'm going to be the center of that clock. Because dogs will be able to go full 360 degrees around me when we're working in any direction. And so we're going to work this drive away. And Cara is my dog again. She does this really well. I'm going to give her a command of walk up as well, which is the new one we're introducing in this video, where she's just pretty simple. I tell her to walk up on the stock and move them further away. And so we'll get started with that right here. Okay, so I'm going to send Car around to the drive. Whenever I send a dog, I want to just kind of mention this real quick. I don't want to be right here next to my dog. I want to make sure I step out, give them some room before I send, so I release pressure. And we'll get to pressure later here in some videos down the line. So come by, come by, come by, come by. We're so close, she's kind of reading them pretty tight here. Come by, Car. Come by. There we go. There. There. Walk up. Walk up. So I got the sheep here at me. Now I'm going to start the drive away. There. That's the command that I added in here as well. There just means turn in right there. Okay, so when you hear me say there, that's what that'll mean. Walk up. My walk up command, I'm going to push the sheep straight back toward where they came. Walk up. There. Walk up. Walk up. She's going to walk right behind them to spin the edge of that flight zone so they move slow and controlled. Walk up. Shh, shh. If I shush them on, it's just a way to kind of get her to speed up a bit. Most of the dogs give that little shh. It speeds them up a little bit, keeps them moving forward. Walk up. Walk up. Walk up. There. Lie down. And with our dogs, especially once we get going, if they'll just stop on their feet, that's good enough for us for a lie down, because it's actually better when we're working out in the field, because then they're able to get up quicker and move to the next spot quicker. So they'll just stand on their feet. That's totally fine for us when we say lie down. Okay, so this clip we're going to talk about the cross drive, which is really kind of similar to the drive. Works the exact same way, again, mechanical that we put in. Except instead of pushing the sheep straight away, I'm going to start to bring them back across the field. And so that's why it's called a cross drive. So it's really similar, basic things we do. And when we do a course in a USBCHA course, that's the United States Border Collie Handlers Association course, we have to do our outrun, lift, fetch, drive, and then cross drive back across the field. So this is why this is important. People have to take them across the field. It's a little different. It's covered a different area. So we'll show that here with Cara as well. So this time I'm going to do the cross drive, which is really similar to the drive we did last clip. This time I'm going to be taking them across the field. We're driving straight away. I'm going to come across the field. So really similar, but there are some different mechanical issues with it. Whenever we get to later on, talk about how we train these dogs to get here. In a typical USBCHA course, we're going to have our outrun, lift, fetch, and then we're going to go drive, then a cross drive back across the field. There's a set of panels we have to get the sheep through. This is why we do this. So Cara is still out here from the last time we hit the drive, so I'm going to kind of show you what the cross drive looks like. There, we'll keep right there, turn, there, walk up, come by, there. Whenever I'm doing a cross drive, I want to see their sides the entire time, the sheep's sides the entire time. They're still walking across. When I'm driving, I want to see their butt because they're walking away from it. Come by, come by, come by. So I'm seeing their head, so I'm going to send her around. There, come by, come by, come by. So I stay there, seeing their sides. That's a cross drive. I'm good. Okay, so this clip we'll talk about the shed, which is typically Cara, lie down. The last part of a USBCHA trial. We have the outrun, lift, fetch, drive, cross drive, pin. I don't have a pin here today, so I won't be showing you that. The shed where I'm going to I have 4 sheep here. I'm going to split 2 of them away from the other 2. And when I shed these 2 sheep, or split as some people call it, I'm going to take the back 2. So if they're lined out, there's 2 heads facing this way. I want to get them off, step in the middle, call my dog in, and push the other 2 that are still with me away. And so that's what we're trying to do here in this video. It's probably the hardest part of this for the dogs. Again, only the dogs in the highest level of competition and open are required to do this in a trial, because it is a difficult task to learn and accomplish well. So me and Cara are going to give it a try. There, lie down. I've got her kind of in position here. I'm going to step. Car. In here. There. Walk up. Shh. Walk up. I'm going to regroup them here. Pushed them away. Showed that I had control of the sheep, that she wasn't going to lose them going back to the other 2. I did that. So then we take them, bring them back to the other set, and then that'll be the conclusion of our run, if that's how the run was going to end. So that's pretty much the components of what makes a USBCHA trial course. The only thing that we didn't cover today was the pen, which is pretty self-explanatory in that you're going to take these 4 sheep, 5 sheep, 3 sheep, whatever it is that you have that trial, and you're going to put them in a freestanding pen where it's 4-sided. You have a gate, and it's probably 8 by 10, 8 by 8, 10 by 10, and you got to fit the sheep in there. I don't have a video of that today, but at the conclusion of this video, we'll have a previous attempt of me doing that to give you guys an explanation of what that looks like. Thank you guys so much for watching these videos. If you have any questions, comments, or want to get more involved in these videos and our process here, please comment, email us, whatever it may be. You can find the information on our BarrettMountainBC.com. So thank you guys and have a good day.